The system allows you to create invoices on a weekly, monthly, or termly basis. If you would like to create invoices on a termly basis, you must set up your yearly terms on the system. To do this, place your mouse over the accounts icon and click on Yearly Terms. You will then be taken to the Yearly Terms page. Currently, we can see there are no term dates set up on the system for 2023. To add a yearly term, click on the Add Yearly Term button at the top of the page. You must now enter a term name for your yearly term, and then select the start and end date of your yearly term. Once you have entered this information, click on the Save button to save your yearly term to the system. You will now see on the Yearly Terms page, we have our term number 1, with a start date of the 4th of September to the 21st of December 2023. You can proceed to add additional yearly terms for any year by clicking on the Add Yearly Term button at the top of the page. Once you have added your yearly terms, you can then invoice children on a termly basis. To invoice a child on a termly basis, you must click on the Setup icon, and on the child's individual settings, you must select Termly Invoicing. Here we can see at the top of the page, we have weekly, monthly, or termly invoicing. Here we would select termly to invoice on a termly basis. If you were to charge for a specific term at a fixed rate, for example, this term you charge £1,400, you would select the fixed rate option shown here. Then you would enter the fixed rate that you are going to charge for that termly period. £1,400. If however during the term you were going to charge an hourly rate, you must complete all the child's arrival and departure times for their weekly contracted hours, and then select the rate that you would charge. For example, this child arrives at 8 a.m. and then departs at 6 p.m. Then you would select the rate that you would charge. In this example, rate 1, you would complete all the arrival and departure times for each week within that termly period. The system would then invoice the days the child attended the setting throughout that termly period. In this example, we're going to select a fixed rate option as above, and delete these times. Therefore, we're going to charge a fixed rate of £1,400 for that termly period. We will now scroll to the bottom of the page, and click on the Save button. Now if we click on the number 3 termly icon shown here for the child, we can create their termly invoice. You will now see the term we entered previously, the date range of the 4th of September to 21st of December, and we click on the Create icon shown here. You will now see a fixed termly rate calculation of a fixed rate of £1,400. This is because we chose the fixed rate option for the entire period of the term. Therefore, no hours would be displayed within each month, September, October, and November. As stated previously, if you would like to charge a specific rate for each day that the child attends the setting, you would enter those hours. For example, if we click on the plus icon and say that he arrived at 7 and left the setting at 5, and then choose the rate as rate 1 at £5 and click on the tick icon shown here. You will now see here that the child will be charged from 7 to 5 at a rate of £5. Here we can see we have 10 hours of £5, a total £50, and in addition we have a fixed rate of £1,400. Once you are happy with your invoice, click on the Save button at the bottom of the page to save the invoice. You will then be taken to a new page for the child, where you can see we have an invoice created for this term at £1,450. The invoice is complete and it's currently unpaid. The £1,450 is the fixed rate of £1,400, and the additional hours on the Monday, 10 hours, at £5 an hour. If you want to make changes to the invoice, click on the Manage icon shown here, and you can edit, print, or delete the invoice.